Welcome back to Case Files, where we dive into our players. In today's episode, we are going to take a closer look at Rashaan Evans' play style that had mixed results when he was with the Tennessee Titans. I want to take you guys back in time to understand why Evans was never going to be a starting superstar for the Titans. Evans took a little longer to understand the playbook in his rookie year, but when he was getting comfortable in his second year, that's when everything started to change, and here's why. Evans played with 3 different coordinators that included Dean Pease for 2 years. Head coach Mike Vrabel decided not to hire a defensive coordinator in 2020 for some reason, and first year Shane Bowen that impacted his defensive play scheme abilities. I will say Evans does well in pass coverage and cover 2, and he shines as gap tackling defenders in the run game, but Evans' shortcomings are in cover 3 schemes styles, and Evans is a traditional 2-down linebacker, meaning old school down the hill thumper linebacker that doesn't bode well for him in this new happy pass league scheme style. In 2021, Evans played in 12 games out of 17 because he missed 5 games in week 8 through 12 due to injuries. Let's see what he brings to the table. I wanted to mention that the Tennessee Titans defense this year uses cover 1, cover 2, cover 3, cover 4, 2-man, and 2 high safety. That means Evans will be used in different ways in each game. Against the Colts, he had an average game, and here's why. First off, I do not like the cover scheme for Evans because he's supposed to be covering the middle. That means he has to either cover the tight end or the running back. So the bottom line is that he has to pick and choose on a dime. For some reason, he covered number 21 where there was already a tight end defender covering the running back. That leaves Jack Doyle wide open for a nice catch. This is a standard sweep run play that Nyheim Hines absolutely executes. If you take a closer look, Evans absolutely beat his guy by using his strength and quickness at the point of attack. But unfortunately for Evans, Hines was not in contact at the critical moment where he absolutely gets extra yards. But I will admit I like that Evans still tried to make a play. That's good motor in my book. To start off, the tight end Mo Alley-Cox is swinging into motion to indicate this nice sweep run from Hines for a 9-yard touchdown that Evans had a chance to at least prevent a touchdown by tackling him. But unfortunately for Evans, the offensive line bared down and used his hands to jam Evans' body stance just for a second so he couldn't tackle him correctly. I like what Evans is doing because he realizes there are 2 running backs on the field. So he has to look at the quarterback's hand motion to determine if it's a run play or a play action to see if it's going to either the running backs Hines or Taylor. At first he goes to cover Taylor, but then realizes Hines has the ball, so he helps with the assist just in case if Hines breaks the tackle. Titans are using a corner blitz to get pressure on Carson Wentz left side, so when that happens, Wentz has to throw it to the right side. Evans, in theory, has a better chance to tackle Taylor for no gain. That's pretty much a setup play just for Evans. This offensive play call for the Colts is for Hines to get on one-on-one coverage because Carson Wentz is not even bother looking at anyone else to trick the defenders, and it works perfectly until Evans saves a touchdown, and that's great. Now look at this, see? Carson Wentz is not even looking at anyone else because, like I said, it's specifically for the running back because they know he can outspeed anyone. But luckily, Evans saves the day and only gets 3 points at the end. This game shows what Evans can bring to the Falcons because this was an excellent game against the Buffalo Bills offense. Let's see why. In hindsight, Caleb Farley was supposed to tackle Little Beasley for no gain, but as a rookie, he didn't use his body correctly to make the proper tackle, so Evans had to make a play to make sure that Beasley did not get more yards. This shows us how sometimes just be patient and let the play come towards you can absolutely benefit you in the long run. We all know that Josh Allen is an excellent quarterback, sneaky run guy. So for this play, Evans' job is to spy on Allen to make sure if he's gonna run or throw a touchdown. He makes Allen indecisive because the Tennessee Titans are playing a 3D zone scheme for this play, which means everybody besides Evan and the strong safety will cover one Bills player. So that gives excellent position for Evans to help another Tennessee Titan defender or to put pressure on Allen. Sometimes you're just going to have plays where you're just going to assist, but that's a good thing. That just shows you that you're always aware of the ball, because Elijah Molden just absolutely does a tackle, but you know what? Evans helps around too. Evans is a traditional down-the-hill linebacker, which indicates on this clip where he's just going to go straight through the offensive tackle to barrel down the running back. This is what Falcon fans are going to see a lot in Dean Pease's scheme this coming season. So one of the weaknesses I see in Evans' game is that he doesn't cover well in cover 3 like I stated earlier in the video, and this is why. He just gets beat by Emmanuel Sanders, who's absolutely a beautiful crafted wide receiver who's been long-lasting jeopardy in this NFL game. And you can see right here, he just goes a little shimmy shake with his route treat ability and just to get off of Evans. We talk about bend and not break defense. Well, this is a good definition on bend and not break defense, where Evans just absolutely just stops Josh Allen from scoring this beautiful touchdown that could have been, but it was not, because look at that formation. Beautiful. Here's another good example of an excellent game that Evans had faced against this Jags. So I know people are saying, wait a minute, he's facing against the rookie Trevor Lawrence. Even still, he's still playing against competition, regardless of the level. Tavon Austin is set in motion to make James Robinson a nice play run, but Evans blows it up with a great tackle. This Jaguars offensive play scheme right here is going to Laviska Shenault, where he's going to go back and get the ball. But good thing for Evans, he saw it, he was reading the quarterback for a great tackle. Here's another great play that Evans shows intelligence. He just knows where the ball is going and he makes the tackle. Perfect. We're going to have play like this where it's going to be a 50-50 ball where you either go Evans' way or the opponent's way, and luckily for Evan, it went his way because the opponent's hand motion wasn't in sync with Trevor Lawrence, where it pops up where Evans is there at the right time and right play and with great hand motions to connect it. I personally do not like this formation that the Jags are running, because the tight formation means that they're going to get jammed and nobody's going to get wide open. And luckily for Evans, that means he has time to pressure the quarterback to make him throw incomplete, and it works. Another great game for Evans to showcase his strength against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Let's watch. It doesn't matter what coverage scheme the Titans are in, because it's a trick play. It's a really good trick play because it got me confused and it got all the Titans confused. But Evans uses hard-hitting mobility to just slam Claypool to the ground and his helmet popped off. I'm going to set up the play scheme for both teams. So for the Steelers, they're going to use a RPO running attack. And then the Tennessee Titans are going to use a fake blitz on the right side. But for the left side, Zach Cunningham, number 41, is going to try to infect the running back, but he gets blocked by the center. So the running back escapes him, but then Evans tackles him to make sure he doesn't escape. Again, why I'm reiterating this linebacker core that's going to be pretty significant for us, because you want a guy who is stout and stern when there's going to be a huge, heavy bulldozer running back against us. And against Najee Harris, who is absolutely a beast and a Pro Bowler in his rookie year, he absolutely prevented him from getting this touchdown. Look at the strength when he's using upwards, not downwards, to ensure if Najee Harris is going down, he's going backwards, not forwards. When James Washington, number 13, is set in motion, that means it's going to be a run play, because they're going to use Zach Gentry, number 81, to be the leading blocking for Najee Harris. But Evans sees it, but he gets in contact with Gentry just barely, but he still gets the opportunity to make the tackle. Now this time, Deontay Johnson, number 18, is going to do the same thing. He's going to go down the middle, so that means it's going to be a run play straight down the gut. But I don't like that Derek Watt just easily, number 44, just pushes off Evans so quickly, where he couldn't even make a great tackle. For our final game of today's episode, we're going to see what can Rashaan Evans do against one of the best offensive scheme in the planet, and that's a Kyle Shanahan. And we all know as Falcon fans, it is excellent to the point of attack. And we're going to look at his greatness against it, and we're going to look at the poor performance that he has shown us. We all know that Shanahan loves using his offensive line to get in front of the defender's face. Williams does that, number 71, but Evans used his quick swim moves ability to get through him, but unfortunately, he was too late for Deebo Samuel to get this 9-10 yard run. At first, you think there's going to be a straight run down the block type of play. No, it's going to be a little outside, so that means George Kittle will have to be the leading blocker, so that also means that Rashaan Evans, his job is to beat George Kittle one-on-one, but you can clearly see that they're equally match and match, so that means he's not going near the running back. So this running back gets a clear first down. Like I said before, the 49ers offensive line is trying to go upwards to attack, but Daniel Bruscher does not do a great job using his hands to try to create non-separation because Evans just swing him off so quickly to make this tackle against Deebo Samuel to go out of bounds. This play shows you that everybody must play their part to make sure that the running back does not get a first down. So Bud Dupree try to get the pressure off first, so the running back has to go a little bit outside. So that means Cunningham has to try to do it, but then if Cunningham doesn't work, Evans does the job for him because he beats Alex Mack. Here's another 50-50 play, but it's a little bit more strange than that because Evans has it in his hands, but unfortunately the ball was still kind of wonky because it was tipped before Evans even got to it. So that's kind of excusable. But what I do like what Evans did, he tricked Jimmy Garoppolo, number 10, to thinking that he was going to cover Juszczyk, number 44, the fullback, but actuality he was really going after Deebo Samuel, number 19, and still blocked him. So that was great coverage, and that's what you want in a linebacker, to make sure that you can deceive and be confused in the line of scrimmage. So that's fantastic work on Rashaan Evans' part. The reason why Shanahan's offensive line scheme works so well because even though they're going against you up front, they impose your will. So if you don't have that grip stand to begin with, you're just not going to do anything. And that's what Rashaan did against Williams, number 71. I hate plays like these because it could go anywhere down the field. You just don't know who the quarterback is going to throw to. But good thing that Evans uses his hands correctly to force his fumble. But unfortunately, that he recovers his own fumbles. So great play, Rashaan Evans, but it doesn't mean a goddamn lick. So my final verdict for Rashaan Evans, I think he's a good solid B pickup for us. I'm excited for him to learn the old scheme with Dean Pease, and I think that's going to help him build his career. But I do want to mention there's a lot of reasons why Tennessee Titan fans were happy that he's not coming back, and there are some major concerns I want to address what I saw in his films that I didn't see or I didn't show you guys because they were pretty awful. They were bad. They were boring. Like against the Jags, the Chiefs, the Dolphins, and the Texans, he was absolutely a no-show, a no-factor, did not change the way to help Tennessee either win or lose games, and that is a very concerning thing for me. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt that he just learned too many at once, in 2020 and 2021, where he did suffer through games. But I think that's why, even though I've read a lot of articles stating that in 2019 he was starting to pick it up, but that's when Dean Pease left, so everything kind of went falter. But I think he has a great chance to help this defense absolutely not reach the top of the peak, but be in the middle tier of defense because we just keep being the bottom 5, and I'm sick of it. So, on that note, if you guys like this video, please give it a like. Please share this video. Please subscribe to your boy because this took me a long time to make. Even though I love doing this, but it takes out of me. But I hope Rashaan Evans, if you are watching it, I just hope you realize that I'm going to support you thick and through, my brother. So I know you can ball out this year. Okay, until the next episode, we're going to be looking at, this is going to be a good one. Tyler Allgeier. He's going to be next. So, what do Falcons do? Rise up. Okay, until the next episode, peace.